Today, the team tested the BMW Active Hybrid 5. This is the first ever hybrid BMW, with power coming from a 3-litre petrol engine and an electric motor. It promises to do 7 miles per gallon more than the equivalent normal 5 Series, but it does cost an extra £7 grand. Right, here it is, the BMW Active Hybrid 5.
Why are you speaking like that?
Well, because I can't get excited about hybrids, so I'm trying to sort of pump myself up a bit.
I have to say, out of all the BMWs, style-wise, the 5's the only one that I find acceptable.
Ooh.
Magi-mixed food processor wheels, specific
nice
to the hybrid.
The best thing about this hybrid is that it's got a petrol engine under there.
Yeah.
3-litre twin
Lovely.
turbo.
New 8-speed gearbox.
Yeah.
Like coming with
Which is a cracking box.
The problem is, with a hybrid, is in the boot.
Open up the boot and you realise that you have lost 145 litres of luggage space.
It's full of batteries.
We've got
Less
about...
luggage.
We've got a mini's worth of space less.
Yeah.
I don't want to drive it, but you can drive it. Tell us all about how lovely it
in
is.
the back.
BMW are going a bit mental on the outside with styling, but inside, they're staying so conservative.
They do, they do keep the same trusting formula. No, I know
I mean,
what you
look,
mean.
how boring and linear. It's like, oh.
The rake on the seats at the back's wicked.
It's perfect.
Because I feel like I'm in an armchair.
Yeah.
It is comfy, isn't it?
It's dead comfortable. I mean, we haven't even travelled anywhere and I'm really settling in. It's good. It's great. It's great. But you know what? Although I like the positioning and I like the comfort, I'm still a bit offended by what they reckon is leather.
It
Do you
does
know what I
feel
mean?
plasticky.
BMW Mobile Care, what's that?
We can have a telephone service diagnostic. See, that's quite handy if you've got a little problem in your car.
What's going on?
What we're going to say?
You rang them, I
We're going to
didn't
say,
press it.
OK, I'll talk to them.
Thank you for calling BMW Emergency Service. We're sorry to keep you waiting. All our advisors are busy at
You
present.
can't keep us
I'm
waiting.
an emergency.
This is an emergency.
breakdown is
I need to know if this is vinyl.
So, is the 5 Series Hybrid worth the extra money compared to a standard 535i? While Jason and Vicky found out how it drove, I got out my beloved flip chart and gave Johnny a maths lesson.
Right, Tiff. So the Hybrid 5 has got the same straight-six twin-turbo, 302 horsepower motor, right?
Both have 302 bhp engines.
And it feels pretty quick, doesn't it? Well, smooth and wafty.
But the Active Hybrid has an extra 55 bhp from its electric motor.
So now it's saying e-boost.
So it's giving me an electric boost because I'm flat out on the top.
Oh, fighter.
OK, so presumably the Hybrid is quicker to 62, correct?
No, actually, they both do 0 to 62 in about 6 seconds, the same.
Explain.
You see, because with the electric motor and all those batteries, the Hybrid is 150 kilograms heavier.
It doesn't feel extra heavy.
They do
you
make
think?
cars which drive well, don't they?
Right, I'm struggling to see the incentive of buying the Hybrid.
I can understand that, Johnny. But you see, when you consider that if you're buying it as a company car with different tax levels, because it's got less CO2s,
Yeah.
you could save about £500 a year. There's a road tax, that could be plus £80 a year. Then you get an extra 9 miles to the gallon. So you see, it's beginning to make sense.
So you can save bags of cash with it.
Well, not if you drive like that, obviously. But if you drive it sensibly, running costs are less, but it costs an extra £7,000 to buy in the first place.
£7 grand?
Get a private jet to Palma, Mallorca for that.
That's a £7 grand kick in the kidneys, that is.
It is.
Week's worth of champagne.
The saving that you would make compared to the price that you bought it for, it just doesn't really, it simply doesn't stack up.
The BMW 5 Series Hybrid drives just as well as any other 5 Series. But unless you're a company car driver who would benefit from the tax breaks that green cars like this provide, we don't think it's worth the extra cash.
Ordinarily a great car, but in this instance, a 7.
I'm going to give it a 6.5.
I'm afraid hybrids really aren't me. But it's a 5 Series, so I'll give it 5.
I'm going to give it 7 out of 10.
which gives the BMW 5 Series Hybrid a team test score of 25.5 out of 40.
And on.
Oh! That's not better than mine.
It is, because it's a smaller gap.
It is.
Yeah, but
It's not bad.
Secretly in
It's not
my
bad.
mind was the desire to keep
Just
going.
gave him hell, basically, for a couple of laps.
2 hands on the wheel, for goodness sake, man.
I think the others thought my driving was lukewarm, which is kind of what it was, I guess.
Don't lift through the puddle. Don't lift through the puddle.
Flat, 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 flat.